Good morning, Zio here, and today we're going to be talking about the GeForce leak database of games that are possibly coming to the PC. And yeah, so grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, shall we? But yeah, apparently GeForce or somebody has found a leak from NVIDIA GeForce, and before we get into it, 343 Studios have already come out and said no, Halo 5 will not come to the PC. However, when it comes down to that, I want to say poppycock. Yeah, that's the word I'm going to use. No, but seriously, when you think about it, Halo Infinite, if you go take a look at that real quick, Halo Infinite has a release date. It is slated to release on Microsoft Windows. It's releasing, I think, what is it? The Game Pass is coming out. So anyone who has Microsoft Game Pass or and all that good stuff, it is coming out. You know, through that and stuff. So that's happening. Also, you've got the Master Chief Collection, which has everything up to 4 right now. And the only thing it's missing right now is Halo 5. So at least 343 really, 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 really hates the idea that Halo 5 exists. Like I hear from the fandom, apparently really, really hate that it exists. I guess, or a lot of people do. I mean, some people less than others, but usually when I hear about Halo 5, it's not flattering what I hear. Yeah, I have a feeling that Halo 5 will eventually come to the PC like all the other Halos, so you get a complete list that way. But anyway, this is going to be the data, the leak of list things. We're going to go through them just because why not? Leaks like this happen. They've happened in the past. And, you know, it's it could be true, it could not be true. There's a lot of things in it. There is a thing where whoever, I guess, discovered the list goes through how they went about doing it. And of course, if you do bring up something like GeForce, now, GeForce, let me see, can I actually bring that up real quick? So, the GeForce experience or whatever, through things and having things listed and stuff, which you can't actually see because I don't have my thing set up to view that, apparently. So, is there any way I can do that? We're going to do this on the fly in video. We'll bring up a window window capture. How's that? And we'll add a new source. No, we don't want window capture. Wow, I am so unprepared for this. I'm so sorry. uh, there we go. Nope, not that one. Let's see. There we go. We'll bring this up. So, this is the GeForce experience, real quick. Where you can actually see things from device drivers and things for the GeForce if you've got that. If you've got that graphics card and stuff, and going through it and things, they essentially, well, great, now I've put it up here and lost everything because I am such a wizard at this. But yeah, you can go through and you can find things, right? Like a lot of games, for instance, now that I've wasted our time doing this, they have patches and stuff that come out, say whether it's World of Warcraft or other games and things, and there's the PTR and stuff, and then people data mine things. You see this all the time in the Pokemon community, definitely in the Pokemon community, where they've data mined all this stuff from things, whether it's just a demo or whatever it is. They've data mined all these new Pokemon that are coming out that haven't been released, and of course Pokemon's like, it's not true, and then it turns out to be true. So you can take this stuff with a grain of salt, you cannot take this with a grain of salt, it's up to you. But there's a real likelihood that these games are actually slated for PC releases. Now, how long it actually takes them to get there is a different story, because it's not a new thing to see a list from like a group about a thing, right? Where it's been data mined out, but not actually see it for a few years. I believe there was actually a Pokemon, since we're using Pokemon as an example, that was actually like that, where they sort of data mined that this thing was going to be a thing, but they couldn't tell what it was or anything. So it was more like a silhouette type thing, or just numbers or something for it. And about a year or so later, it was actually released as a special thing through something. I don't know. I don't quite remember. I haven't been in the Pokemon circle in quite some years at this point. But yeah, this is our list. So from Sony, we've got Uncharted Legends or Legacy of Thieves Edition, Helldiver 2, Horizon Forbidden West, GT 7, Decran, not sure what that is, God of War, Returnal, Demon Souls, and Ratchet and Clank, no specific game, Sackboy, A Big Adventure, Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm not really sure why this is here. No Bloodborne, Spider-Man, or Last of Us, Last Guardians, Gravity Rush, etc., unless listed above. Does it need that tag? Do we really need that tag? Anyway, some of these we actually do know are probably coming out, because we've seen Sony release a few other games recently, like was Horizon Dawn? Is that what it was? Where it had been a PC exclusive, and then people got all upset because it was coming to PC finally. A PC exclusive, a PlayStation exclusive. And people got all upset because it was a PlayStation exclusive and it's finally coming to PC like 3 or 4 years later after its release. And, I don't quite understand the hatred of that, especially when it's a game that's multiple years ago that came out. Why not share it for everybody else without having to try and emulate it or force it to run on a PC in other fashion? You get something to actually support the developer that way and actually get a hold of it. So, for them to actually release other things, especially anything that might be a PlayStation exclusive, I can see that as a possibility. Just straight up, just a possibility. So for Microsoft, you got Gears 6. Why not? Gears 5 is already on Game Pass as it is, I believe. I think I can actually download it right now if I brought it up. You got Oxide Unannounced. I have no idea what that is. Project Holland, Fable according to Jez. I don't know what that even means. Contraband, Forza, he believes. So I guess we're just making predictions of whatever this is, and I don't have those Twitter things to even look at them, but you can come to this and take a look. I'll link it down below, of course. Untitled, the interactive game, Halo 5 Guardians, which we already said, 343 said will not come to the PC, but I want to press F to doubt, X to doubt, whatever. I want to press a button and doubt that, because I have a feeling, unless they just want to scrub Halo 5 from existence, it will eventually hit PC. Avowed, Columbia, Indus, and Gravity. I'm actually not even sure what those last four are. From Square Enix. Now, this is what gets me titillated, I guess. It's the best way to put it. Gets me gets some blood rushing, you know what I mean? Because I'm a big Square fan, Square Soft fan, to be more specific. Even though they do horrible things, and I've yelled at them for that. If you haven't seen that, there's videos somewhere down there, or somewhere on the channel that you can go look. But you got a Chrono Cross Remastered, which I think would be fantastic. Chrono Cross wasn't exactly my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. I was really let down by the whole it's just two different dimensions and time travel is not a thing, and the fact that it felt like that Chrono and them were just sort of shoved in there as a last second thing, because they don't really fit anything, but then they add a bunch of mystery to it that I just don't have answers for. Anyway, Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered. If this is Final Fantasy Tactics, the Lion Wars, the PSP, a remaster of that. Oh my gosh. If that happens, you guys will have lost me for a very long time, because I will be playing that constantly, and I'm so sorry, and I will stream it if I can. Like seriously, this is one of those things that would be a day one purchase for me, even though I sit there and talk about don't day one purchase. Oh god, I love that game so much. That is like my by far my favorite game. Final Fantasy VII Remake, which we knew was coming to PC anyway. They said they were going to release it for PC about a year later. You know, you got Final Fantasy IX Remake. I don't really care. Final Fantasy IX's okay. Yeah, it's whatever. Final Fantasy 16, which you know, is I believe in the works, right? It's not an actual thing yet. They've got 15 that's, you know, doing its thing. And unfortunately, newer Final Fantasies, I'm just not a fan of those active battle systems. That's just me. I prefer the turn-based stuff. You know, even with the turn-based, you know, active time battle system, I like that. I just don't like the whole Kingdom Hearts running around, swinging, controlling one person. With 7, it's manageable because I actually can control everyone individually if I wanted to. You know, I still just ain't a big fan of that style of combat for a RPG, but that's just me. You've got the Tomb Raider Anniversary Edition, unannounced title by Square. Kingdom Hearts 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Anyway, I forgot my Roman numerals for a second, and somebody's gonna pop. I was like, oh, that's sickly. Okay, well, I'm sorry. No, I actually have no idea where the Kingdom Hearts games are on this point. After trying to piece together how 2 is 2 and what's actually in between, and then trying to get that to do that, and it being a subpar game and its own thing, I just wanted the story out of it and all this other stuff. Kingdom Hearts has gotten to a point that it lost my interest between 2 and 3 coming out. I just don't care anymore. It took them too long. I'm sorry. Too many other things came out with it, and it just, no, sorry. All right, so from Capcom, you got Resident Evil 4, Remake, Street Fighter 6, Dragon's Dogma, Monster Hunter 6. Monster Hunter 6? Are we up to a 6? I don't know. They didn't number all the Monster Hunters. Anyway. But I do like me some good Monster Hunter, especially now that I can use an actual controller with it, and it's not the PSP, because I'm sorry, no, that or the DS for that matter. I know it's doable. It's just the controls are not. They're wonky. Anyway, GTA 3 Vice City. Oh, San Andreas. I'm sorry about that. BioShock RTS Remastered, BioShock 2022. EA, Mirror's Edge, Untitled Respawn game, Titanfall 3, and with any luck, it's not gonna... Is Titanfall the one with the hacking problem? I believe that's the one that's got the major hacking problem with 2 and 1 right now, and they just don't seem to care about it. Anyway, I could be wrong. It could have been a different game I'm thinking of, but pretty sure it was a Respawn game. Anyway, you've got Tekken 8 from Bandai Namco. Curve Digital is going to have Human Fall Flat 2. Developer Digital, the Talos Principle 2. Crytek is going with Crysis 4. D3 Publishers, Earth Defense Force 6. Sega, Bayonetta 3. Judgment. And this one apparently seems odd to them. I don't even know what Judgment is, so I don't really care. I couldn't tell you one way or the other. Catherine Full Body, Shin Megami Tensei 5. Oh, that's nice. I like me the Persona and the Shin Megami Tensei games, if I can say it right. No Persona 5, of course. That's what that says. I don't know why that was necessary. I guess people mix these two up, even though they're completely... I mean, they're similar games, but they're different. Anyway, Batman Arkham Knights RTX Remastered, Half-Life 2 Remastered, and Project FPS from Paradox. Yeah, and a huge grain of salt. Some games to be added, but are most likely canceled or will not come to fruition. Just some exceptions I found interesting. Let me be clear. They all very possible, but some stuff is old if you take a gander. And then we've got a screenshot for the source here, so let's do that and hope it's not some massive anime tatas. Oh, well, would you look at that? It's got all sorts of things in here that they've pulled out. This is huge. I'm gonna link this too, by the way, so you can go through it at your own time. But let's see. If we look at this, other stuff that was found was XCOM 3, Injustice 3, Destroy All Humans 3, and you know, like that new remake Destroy All Humans is already up on PC. MGS 2 and 3 HD. Let's see. Mario and Rabbids. Now this, Nintendo is not known for doing that, right? If it's a Nintendo, it's for a Nintendo system only, and that's either for something else. I don't see Nintendo actually. That it would be surprising. I mean, it's Nintendo lately has been coming out of its comfort zone, right? They finally released that partnership program thing that they forced on people if they wanted to play Nintendo games on top of the other partnership programs and stuff. You know, they've laxed a little bit on other things as well. But yeah, I'm not too sure about that. But I'd be surprised if it does. You got Death Stranding, the director's cut for PC, which is actually completely plausible. I'm pretty sure I remember hearing something at one point in time about Death Stranding, you know, on PC or or the director's cut coming to PC, that sort of thing. Maybe it was just Death Stranding. Either way, if it does come to PC, the director's cut I'm sure will come. If not, it would be straight from the director's cut to PC and PlayStation, that sort of thing. Of course, it could have like a year gap between it. Sniper Elite, City Skylines, games PM'd that I will compile here, and then there's some other stuff. We won't go through all that. But yeah, that seems to be the list that has been compiled on the Reddits anyway. Here is a full thing of stuff that apparently, I guess, was found. Digimon domain, Taiwan, digital domain US, all sorts of different things here, which is pretty interesting. I'm going to have to go through this because this is look at this. I go down and you lose it because of all the stuff it's having to load in. Of course, this looks like games right down here. So, you know, you got Project Eve, Ludicrous, Steam Hammer VR. Wow. Sublevel 0, Whiteouts, The Walking Dead, Season 3, 2, 1, The Walking Dead 400 Days, Evil Never Dies, Slack, Whiteout, Unturned. Yeah, so there's this huge list you can go look through on your own. I'll have it linked down below, of course, for you to take a look at your own leisure. But yeah, that's it. There's this list. It's been leaked, and let me know what you think down in the comments below. If something on this is something you'd really like to see or whatnot, you know, let me know, that sort of thing, and we can look out for it together to see if it actually happens. And, you know, see, we can test the validity of this as things slowly come out. With all that, I will talk to you later. See ya. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And, of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.